You're listening to SoFlowRadio.com.
This your boy D-Wize.
And this your boy Big Kountrie.
And this is the Big Phellaz Podcast.
Sophisticate your pimpin'.
From the streets to the corporate suites.
On SoFlowRadio.com.
What's up? It's your boy D-Wize. Check it out. Right now, the boy, Big Country's eating some pie. Is it good?
It's not bad.
It's what is it? Patty LaBelle sweet potato pie. And that's what's up.
Sweet potato pie.
So what you think of that?
I'm not too much of a big sweet man, but it's pretty good. I mean, I'm an occasional, just as you have occasional drinkers, I'm an occasional sweet eater.
All right, but it was a good pie, right?
Yeah,
That's what's
that
up.
was a good pie.
All right. Here's my quick thing though. You know what I'm saying? He just had some Patty sweet pie. It was good. He said it was good pie. What I don't get is that pie was good. The only job pie has is just to be delicious. As you just said, it was delicious. It's good sweet potato pie.
I didn't say it was delicious.
Man, you ate it. It's gone. It's missing. The pie was delicious. I don't want to hear it. You didn't say it. Didn't say delicious. It was good. It was pie. It was good pie. It was delicious pie. So, but pie's only job is to be delicious. So here's my thing. I don't get why. If that's all pie's job do is be delicious, why do you? I don't get this South Florida thing when you call a nigga pie. That shit don't make no sense to me. I don't get it. Pie's delicious. You ate the pie, and then you're gonna go and insult pie, and call another man pie. Like, I don't break that. I don't get it. I don't make no sense to me.
Break nothing down to you.
You have to, because pie is amazing.
Oh my God, we discussed this before.
You
just don't want to get it. I'm starting to understand. You just don't want to get it.
I don't get it. No one gets it.
Some people.
Maybe okay. Florida get it. New York North don't get it.
Well, New York, y'all kind of
up north don't get it.
Nah, trust me.
Trust me.
I've heard Benny Siegel say it. I've heard people from Philly, Virginia. You know what I mean? So the
Virginia South kind of.
The slogan "softest pie" is just real simple. Take a piece of that pie. You got another plate? You got another plate?
Greetings.
Box on the table.
Patty edition, honey.
You?
No, I'm
illustrate you.
No, this is on you.
No.
Yes, because I already know how amazing the pie. I'm looking at it
for your understanding, and now you're equating the slogan with the taste of pie. It's the texture. Pie is soft, and if you're gonna be in certain instances, men become soft.
What?
But isn't there's so many other soft? There's so many other soft things that are bad. Pie is just so wholesome and delicious.
It's you acquainted. You know what I'm saying? It's an acquainting thing. Like you acquainting it with salt. You can stick your finger in any one of those slices of pie, and it will go right through.
That's a fact.
I'm once again, it goes back to you don't want to understand it to determine the logic of it. It's not even whatever.
I'm done with it.
It's as simple as when you first heard someone said these prices is higher than giraffe pussy. You thought about it, you visualized it, and you got it.
It was country as shit though.
Yeah.
The Royal Coils Natural Hair and Beauty Expo, man. We went to it. It was a 2-day event. It was Friday and Saturday.
Unfortunately,
I didn't
Friday
get to make
and
the
Saturday,
first day. I believe was the event. It was Saturday and Sunday. It was Saturday and Sunday. I'm sorry for the wrong dates. December 10th and 11th, I think, something like that. One of those days, whatever that Saturday and Sunday in the beginning of December was. And I was actually, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I had a bad like vision when it comes to hair shows. Big, I'm gonna be real with you. Cause I see all the extra shit. I see all the people that make their hair look like trees, and I see all the. I'm thinking negative, and I feel like in order for us to make it, you know what I'm saying, we have to be like clowns to make a point or something like that. So I kind of was like back to it. I didn't want to go to it, But against kind of a little bit against my own will, and people telling me to give it a shot. I gave it a shot, and I actually learned something. I actually enjoyed it. It was nice. They were talking about it was all natural, and I didn't even get that in my head because I just heard hair show. So all natural, and women talking about taking care of yourself and the chemicals, how bad it is to put in your hair, and just the things they were talking about, the creamy crap, other slogans. They like, throw that out the window. It's awful for you. Don't do it. And there were there was people there doing poetry. There was people there, singing songs. And
like
it was,
who?
I think Butterfly the Poet was there. She's a big person. I definitely like her. I followed her around. She's definitely big down here.
Ingrid B was there from Flow Fridays. She deals with a lot of the poetry.
And the show they did, as they walked the stage, and the people that were there doing their their thing, talking about from dreadlocks to even just your natural beard and just your natural beards and your natural hair, just making sure you don't do anything to damage that. I believe someone said that when they first came out with all these products that straighten and relax it, they said the solution to the nappy Negro hair was on these boxes. I had no idea about that. I wasn't around.
Amazing. Now, the amazing thing about your surprise too, be it that you are New Yorker and country shit that happens down here, it goes back to what we just said about pie. You had a visual of what you perceived when you heard the word hair show. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? You had you automatically perceived it, but definitely I would say there's and this hair show, and I was unfortunate to not be there Saturday, but I did attend Sunday. We did do the show. I loved every moment of it. Because for me, it goes back to more of an ancestral type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to the beginning before the mixing and mingling of wanting to be straight haired and all like that. You know what I mean? The chemicals that end up being the Barbie dolls before all that. This avenue of hair products and people of that, just a more beautiful vibe for me. See, I 100% agree. From seeing what I've seen and then to this, I have a completely different respect on, because they talked about men and women, and it was about a culture, and they even connected it back to the roots of Africa. Talk about one of the poets. Because there was some other poets that were talking about, like, we came from royalty. These locks are our privilege. This is our honor. This is our heritage. Absolutely. Our hair and our things have natural things in it that other races wish they could have, that we naturally have. And putting these chemicals in the hair destroys that. Yeah, well, then so it's educational. That's why I really liked it. The education I got from it. This is why I say it brightened I swear, if I could grow dreads like our producer, my dreads would be long to my feet. The ignorance of us sometimes. Even you go into the side of Jamaicans. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even when the first trend, especially down here in Miami, the first trend of twisting your hair, letting it go, like, lock on the street. We call it lock. Motherfuckers say let it grow nappy and play with your fucking hair. Mm-hmm. This is what niggas was doing. So a lot of times you had a culture clash with young African Americans that haven't been taught ancestral or history. You know what I'm saying? There was a big clash with Rastafarians, not understanding the spiritual aspect and the abuse that Rastafarians took to wear their locks. You know what I mean? As you could, if you really pay close attention, the Rastafarians don't deal with German shepherds. You know what I'm saying? Anything that significantly reminds them of police dogs, where their locks got drug into dog shit and was beaten in their own oppression. You know what I'm saying? So, anytime we be ignorant, and sometimes ignorance is not a fault. You weren't told. Yeah, you're by a long shot far away from an ignorant brother. Appreciate that. But what you was shown and fed, and then what we also forget, we have to be introduced to these things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So this time, which the stars align for you to be introduced and to understand, yes, when you say hair show, it's not always the peacocks and the colorful and the overly flamboyant. You know what I mean? It definitely was a blessing in disguise that you couldn't make that, because if you were able to make that, I would have stayed home. Well, I mean,
and I'm just being ripped just because of the ignorant, the negative I had. I would have been like, you got that, and you would have took care of it, and I would have been happy because, like we said, if you there, I'm there. If I'm there, you there. So I would have stayed home like, hey, you want to take this one again? Because I just didn't want to be there. But I'm so happy that just the doors opened the way open, the stars are lined up that way because I learned something.
Well, I definitely would give thanks to producer of our show, Jack Frost.
Absolutely.
Who kind of steers us to the right things a lot of times. Well, more times than not. You know what I mean? So
Jack, keep doing that because I never would have came ever.
Well, this whole journey that we're about to go on with the Big Fella podcast, I'm pretty sure both of us will learn a lot of things that we haven't. And it's okay to not know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ignorance is not being stupid. You know what I mean? It depends on your surroundings and who you're dealing with to take you down another avenue to open up your eyes.
And people view ignorance as always negative. Sometimes ignorance is just not knowing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Having no information. So
absolutely.
Sometimes you just gotta look at this stuff and like, you're ignorant. You can be ignorant to certain things just because you don't know. Don't mean we look at ignorance like negative, bad. But if you really have no idea and you don't know, you're ignorant to this situation. You're ignorant to the issue.
But even with that word, it also goes into what you probably was a victim to was what is promoted.
Yeah.
To become ignorant.
And
you know what I mean?
And
we see it all the time.
I'll never miss this show again, though.
No,
I guarantee every time it's around, I'm gonna go to it because they even brought off clothing. Remember, we saw some jewelry, and everyone was talking from Africa. They're like, our roots. Let's go to Africa. The clothing's this, the dashikis, earrings, people made homemade jewelry. There was you found some oils, right?
Oh man, I found Fly Daddy. I will be smelling like Fly Daddy in the future.
They had butter too to make, and it wouldn't come off.
The whole. I mean, well,
made the skin soft and everything. We all had it. We all smell like Fly Daddy.
The thing is that even if you watch, hopefully a lot of people have seen Shaka Zulu. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just a lot of if you watch that movie, when you see him getting oiled up and everything like that, and how our melanin was able to be in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So our whole strength comes from the earth and natural, and just us. Like, I think there should be a bigger avenue for this. You know what I mean? I honestly felt I love the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Simone. Love what she's doing. She be doing her things for years.
Definitely shouts out to World Coils Natural Hair and Beauty Expo. Look it up. It happens every year. Once a year.
Absolutely. I'm going to take a personal interest myself to even try to use whatever influence I can to make the next one, which I think would be her 13th year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not. It's 12 or 13. She's been doing this for a minute.
Yeah,
she been doing this for a minute. Love the sister. Shouts out to her. And hopefully in the future, the Big Fella show can absolutely contribute to enhancing it, bringing more and more awareness to it.
What I think is like, and because they just opened up a big revenue, because it was what they were talking about was bigger than hair too. Well, certain messages they were giving.
But the rest, so it's there. The avenue was there.
But like how I'm thinking is like, why is we just got a little bit of rain, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of truth that opened up many doors. Why is things being so hidden as far as black culture, period? Why is it like we scared of certain things to get answers to the truth of certain things? Like why does not everyone know that our hair's got certain things in it that everyone else wants? And that's just one little door, you know what I'm saying, one little step on the many stairs of black culture. Yep. Why is that like we don't speak about it enough?
We don't speak about it because we think it's corny. I'm a victim of even being a younger black male and thought this realm was corny. You know what I mean? Thought a natural sister wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to the ignorance, and it goes back to the multiple reputation that is always being promoted. The dumb side is what I call it now.